Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm here with John Castellucci, head chef
Good to see you, man.
at Cooks and Soldiers, and we are here at Fete de Bayonne 2022, and we have some phenomenal food here. Some of this stuff you make very specifically in-house. They've got a lovely paella, and this is a...
ribeye, yeah, it's a roasted ribeye.
All right, talk to me about the paella.
Yeah, so the paella, obviously super traditional in the Spanish Basque region, also a little bit of France, so it's why we kind of highlight this for Fete de Bayonne. We start with a really, really flavorful stock that we make all of our shellfish with. It's got chorizo in there, also shellfish, pimenton, saffron. So really the whole flavor of the rice dish is going to be in the stock itself. And then, we cook that really low with some sofrito, a little bit of onion, garlic, lots of love going in there as well. And we do that in our large paella pan.
So I love that paella is both the name of the pan and the dish.
Right.
You get this nice burnt kind of crust on the bottom, and there's just so many different flavors going in here. You've got the mussels and the shrimp and tomatoes and the onions and the zucchini, and it's just every flavor pops in this. And it's one of those, like the saffron. What about saffron?
Yeah, so the saffron is key. I feel like you can't have paella without saffron. So we go fairly heavy on the saffron. We steep it in the stock for like 12 hours. And then we obviously pick it up again in the pan with the onions and garlic and all that good stuff. So
absolutely delicious.
Gives it so much aromatic, so much depth.
I know. It's one of those things where you never know it was, and you never know it wasn't there until it wasn't there.
Right.
All right, so next up we've got this absolutely lovely prime rib. Talk to me about this.
So we have it's a boneless ribeye that we rubbed overnight with a lot of herbs, with oil, a little bit of salt, super simple, and then we smoked it above our asador for about like 8 hours during service.
What kind of smoke did you use, or what kind of wood?
We use hickory and cherry, and we let that break down into coals, and we kind of have it really high above, so that way like throughout service it'll kind of like slowly smoke and marinate, and then we let that rest overnight, and then we just flash it really quickly and then slice it. So all that smoke really absorbed really nicely. Obviously you still get like a nice like medium red rare. Should be super tender, I hope.
I assure you it is. This is not my first bite of this guy, by the way. I mean, you had a couple different sauces with this, but I don't know that it needs any sauce.
Right?
Just
we try and like encourage people not to have any sauce with it, just because it kind of like masks that really nice like finesse, like herbs and kind of the smoke on it. I like it just without, but obviously we have our like Espanol sauce, we have Bordelaise sauce that we normally serve with that.
Sure.
Well.
What I think is great about this is that because of the long cook, you've rendered out so much of the fat. It doesn't feel fatty, and it just melts in your mouth. It's super juicy, super lean, and then just any sauce you put on this would be, gilding the lily almost.
For sure.
Awesome. All right, so we're here to like celebrate Fete de Bayonne. What is this festival?
So it's actually Bayonne, France, obviously, is in the Basque region of the French part of the Basque region. It is the biggest festival in France. It is, nicknamed kind of like the festival of the summer. And it actually started in the 1930s by just a couple friends who had been to Pamplona for running the bulls, and was like, why doesn't France have anything that's cool? We should do something similar. We have very similar traditions.
Right.
And they just started the festival, and it's like just taking legs. It's usually like a 5-day festival of just like eating and drinking, and we try and represent that in a short little 5-hour window.
Sure. So 5 days, 5 hours.
You get support 5 days. I think we'd have to like lots of issues for that.
That'd be a bit much. So the traditional dress.
Exactly. Yeah. All white, red bandana. A lot of times like a cow is kind of like the unofficial mascot. They also have like a large inflatable king that we haven't figured out the large inflatable king aspect yet, but maybe next year we will.
Maybe.
And then, the idea is when you're Peroning, a lot of times with the red wine, you'll kind of end up with a red shirt. So we Perone with white wine and, bubbles and sangria just to kind of keep everyone, not getting upset with us. But traditionally it would be red wine,
Excellent. So, you got to come. This is the most fun yearly festival here at Cooks and Soldiers as part of the Castellucci Hospitality Group. You've got a couple other restaurants as well.
Yeah, for sure. So we have, we just opened Mujo, actually right next door, which is the omakase only 16-seat sushi restaurant.
Excellent.
We also have the Iberian Pig. We have Double Zero. We have Bar Mercado. And we're actually opening Iberian Pig in Nashville this coming year. So that's like
excellent.
That's what we're focused on right now.
Cool. Well, if you want to dress up in mostly white with a red bandana and have a phenomenal time. You got to come out to Cooking Soldiers next year.
Yeah.
But if you want some really good tapas, come here. Beer and Pig, same idea. Thank you so much.
Of course, yeah, man. Good to see you.
Yeah,
as
good to see
always,
you again.
for sure.
Like, follow, subscribe, and we will see you guys next time.